Alright, so here's how I decided to do the sugar skull if it works out. I'm gonna just lift it up, show y'all. Alright, so I made a little wall here. So I'm gonna fill the foam in between these two walls and hopefully it will stay so I can leave the inside hollow. And then if I decide I want to drill the bottom out or something, I might do that just to insert a light so a light will come through. And now here's what it just kind of looks like just sitting there. So when I fill this in with the foam, just like I did with this over here, I'm gonna just kind of wedge it in between the bike. I'm gonna basically put this one on the bike, wherever I put it. Put that on the bike. And then I'm gonna get this one on there with the foam already on there and wedge it. And then cut out where I need to cut out to make it fit the frame. And then after I get that on there, make sure all the pockets are good. And then I'll probably do some more foam just over top of that to connect it, seal it, and then I'll do the cut it and then do the Bondo. That's what I'm gonna try to do. So if y'all like this, it works out. Hey, information, more stuff for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill this up with foam, and then I can come back, and then we'll see how it works out. But yeah, we'll just get it rolling. All right, so this is what it's looking like. It's getting there. Just gotta wait on it to dry. I also put a piece of cardboard down in there in case if I had spillover like that. So I can just pull that piece of cardboard out and didn't get on my sugar skull at all. So hopefully this works, and then I can just cut the foam down. That's why I did it kind of bigger, kind of thicker, like that, because I don't think I'm going to need that much, but I'd rather have it than not have it because I don't want to do this again. So I can just measure it when I get ready and just cut it down wherever it needs to be, and then put it up against the bike and trim what I need to trim to get it to mount flush to the bike. This might be a tedious process. However, it's not going to be as tedious as try to get all that cut out to make it hollow. So I hope somebody takes this for what it is and hope y'all like it. So let's just let this dry and then we'll show you me cutting it out. Alright. Okay, I came back out here. It's been about 4 or 5 hours. It puffed out quite a bit, and I'm glad I put that center support in there. That kind of looks funny because it just came all the way across. It wasn't filled in or anything. I'll probably yank that out, but I don't want to do that right now because it's only been a few hours, like I said. So it kind of worked, but I'm going to have a little bit of a cleanup right here. So some of it got past the cardboard right in there, or pushed it right there too. And then right down there, and then maybe a little up there. But I can cut that out with an X-Acto knife or something. It's still a lot better than having to cut all of this out. And then I'm still going to have to, like I said, put it up against the bike, obviously cut all that off, and then figure out where I'm going to be when it comes to right there. Alright, well, hopefully this works out. Really thinking it's cool. Alright, I cut a lot of the cardboard off. I left some for structural reasons, but I am going to cut off the edges in here where the tape are, because it's kind of, obviously I got to get rid of some of that. I gotten rid of some of the ones over here, but some of that you're just seeing from the tape and all that. So it's looking good. I'm just hoping that I can cut it the way I want to cut it. And then I kind of messed up. I wish I would have drilled my holes for my where I'm going to put it on the bike first. But I'll probably do that one first and then do this one, or do this one then that one. I don't know. I'm probably going to do this one first. I don't know. I have to see how it goes. But either way, I got to drill the holes through the foam, which it won't be that thick. It's going to be way thinner than that. Hell yeah. You can see right there. This is probably 3 times the size it needs to be. But it's one of those things where you caution on the side of error. So I'm going to cut a little bit, cut a little bit, cut a little bit, and just go that way until I need it to be where it needs to be. Hopefully I'll get this right. But yeah, it looks like it's going to go pretty dope. And I may spray paint this in the inside black before I put it on the bike. I think I will do that, just so if there is anything seen, if I do end up doing the light in the inside, which I probably will, I'm just going to probably drill a hole through the bottom, like before I Bondo it, and then I'm going to plug it or something while I'm doing the Bondo to make sure, or mark it or somehow, or yeah, I'll probably mark it somehow and have like a little piece of something poking out, like a stick, or I don't know, some kind of bit, or a rivet bit maybe. That way I know where it's at, like the end of the rivet. Alright, keep on going. It's pretty dope. I'm getting excited about that. I was a little worried that I was gonna have to put a metal sheet, but if I can get this to work out, we got it. All right, I believe this is part 3 now. I'm still working on it. I've got quite a bit done. I still got a little bit more to go. I gotta fill in some more of this, and probably some on the top in here, and the bottom again, and I believe in the top a little bit right up in here on the sides. And that should be about it once I get that done. And I've kind of figured out the sugar skull. I'll show you here in the next clip what I kind of did. So here goes that. So here's what it looked like after I cut it out. So I don't know. I'm going to try it and attempt it. You can see where I had to kind of cut it up in there and make the room in here. And then up here and down here I kind of left a little bit of a gap, which I'll fill that in. Same thing on both sides. I'm going to put some cardboard right here, and then I'm going to shoot it again. I'm probably going to shoot it and get this stuff sealed before I put the second plate on. I've already kind of took the plate and kind of tried to center it with the other nose and that nose, just to make sure that eyeballs and nothing's covered up. See, I probably still need to kind of cut some of that out a little bit. Maybe some of that, but I can actually probably get some of that after I seal it. But I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut it and trim it and do all that, and then possibly fit it some more. Well, obviously I'm gonna fit the gap more, but before I get to this, I gotta finish this. So it's being a process. So yeah, it's taking a lot of consuming time, but I'm fine with it. I gotta get my rivets in place, and as in for putting a light in this, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. If I do it, it's probably gonna have to come from this back side, which is really thin, and I'm gonna have to probably mount the device somewhere in here and then have the light running into there. That would be my guess, but I'm just kind of looking at it, trying to figure this out. If I would have had a second chance to do this, which I could just rip this stuff off because there ain't much of it left, I could probably put the plate in there, then put my cardboard in here, and then shoot it, and then clean it all up instead of cutting it like I did. But I would still probably have to cut it from the top to get that skull to go down flush. So this is my option right now. This is what I'm going to attempt. Yeah, so let's get this going. But like I said, before I can do that, I'm going to end up finishing this. So I'm just kind of pre-showing you how I'm going to try to get that to when I get to this point. I just kind of got bored between the Bondo drying and all that, so I just kind of try to create a solution to a problem. We'll see if it works, but yeah. So that's about the thickness of it right there once it goes on there. But yeah, so we'll get it done. Set that up there, and I guess continue on with this Bondo here. I'm gonna just show y'all what I'm doing right now with my face. I mean, it is literally 98 degrees in my garage. Yeah, and I'm a hot mess. Got sweat all on me. Just thought I'd show y'all that suffering out here, but it's for passion and love, that's for sure, or I wouldn't be out here. All right, let's continue on. All right, I still got my mask on, but what I pretty much did was just touch like spots like I said. I got the top of the tank, the sides where the bars are, the bottom, and then down here a little bit more, and then I contoured this a little bit down more on both sides. So I'm gonna end up just letting it sit here again and letting it dry, and then coming back, and the rest of this is probably gonna be polished by hand or sanded by hand, and then we'll probably be done with this hopefully. But I can already see another little spot right here I want to get. I wonder if I got any lint still. Probably not. Let's see here. No, it's all dry. Well, I'll have to do it again, I guess. We'll probably do it a fourth time then. I'm gonna keep going until I can get it to where it's damn near nice. So I don't like that, so I'm gonna have to put a little bit on that and sand that down. But there'll probably be another time, because I put quite a bit on this because I want to contour it again. You can see it ain't real super heavy, it's just a little bit. But we'll continue on, and hopefully this project will go good. I hope so. I'm continuing with it. All right, we'll continue on. All right, I'm gonna show the riveting process that I did for the sheet metal on here. I didn't really show it that well when I did this one, so I'm gonna kind of show this one. Make sure I got everything ready. All right, got my rivets, drill bits, and a marker, and a punch, or some kind of like just like a punch to mark it. All right, I'm gonna get this in here and get it where I want it. And right there, I just want it to where I can pretty much see through it. So we're gonna want something probably right here, and maybe we'll do overkill down here. We might not do that one because I don't want to put Bondo that far. Right here, right here. It's gonna be a harder one because it's on that rolled edge. And then right here, that should get it. All right, now I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna try to mark the frame in the sheet metal. All right, there's that. Come over here to this one. Sure we didn't move too much. Alright. Honestly, I'm probably gonna do one at a time. That way, if we do get anything kind of moving, we'll have it taken care of. Alright. Get this drill bit ready. And you might want to make sure your drill bit is the same for your rivets, the size-wise. This one might be a little smaller, so I might have to get a bigger one to get this inserted after I drill it, because I really didn't know what size of bit I needed. With that one, so we'll go ahead and put the rivet in. We'll drill a hole, put a rivet in, drill a hole, put a rivet in, just to be safe. That way stuff don't get out of line. I don't know if that's the right end piece to that. It's not one to go all the way. Maybe I grabbed the wrong rivet. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pause this. I gotta change this tip out right here. It's just a tip. It comes with a bunch of tips, so your rivet can go all the way in. See, I got the wrong tip in right now for that rivet, so I'm gonna pause this real quick and we'll come back. All right, we got the right tip on there now. Go ahead and put the rivet in there. Maybe it's something with the gun. Hang on. Yeah, that was it. Hopefully I didn't get it stuck. All right, we got that in there. And of course it's the wrong tip, so we gotta find another tip. So we're gonna try this drill bit right here. It's a little bigger. The issue was my hole was too small. The head of the rivet wouldn't fit in it. Hopefully we're not too big here. I wanna make sure I get in the hole again. Right there. Fuck, I think I just mother frick. I wasn't counting on that one. I had to pause back. The drill bit just snapped in the frame, so now I gotta figure that out. Alright, I got lucky. It just came out with a little simple pull of this, and it came out. So the bit didn't go in too far. Let me place this back where it needs to be. And hopefully we continue on with this bit. I don't want to, but it's the only one I got. I went right into it. Ain't that some shit? It broke the bit. Who knows? It's my kind of luck. Alrighty. Now hopefully this little bit right here don't get stuck in the rivet. All that stuff, and it still ain't the right side. Alright, I got it out. A piece of the rivet broke inside of here and it took me a while to get it out. So I changed the end of the rivet, changed the rivets, and now we got where we're gonna be. So make sure it's pressed up. That's where it is. Press it down. There it went. Alright. I'd rather it be like that than inside the gun. Alright, there's the first rivet. Go ahead and drill the second hole, which I'm gonna try to figure out where I really want it. I think I'm just going to do it up here. That way we got one across it, and then we can do that one and that one. Alright, let me get the drill back out. And I don't know if I had to have used this drill bit, but I'm going to try to use it again and see what it does. Make sure I didn't dent that one. So I want to make sure I didn't. That's good enough. Alright. I see why it's so good. Alright. Probably gonna have to get a different drill bit. This is the one I broke, and this one's a little bigger. It's probably for those other rivets. If it is, I'll just swap the rivet. I ain't gonna go try to find a bit right now. Keep going until you hear it pop. I think we're in. I'm gonna back it out just to make sure we're getting it, but we're not in there. Right. I'll back this out. I can't turn it out now, so normally if I had one I could just turn the piece, but I can't turn it because I got that spray foam. Alright, it's taking a little longer than I wanted, so I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video and then get the whole drill. Okay, I got this rivet right here in, so I just gotta pop it now. Before I pop it, I think I gotta change my end. Maybe, maybe not. Nope. Alright, we're good. So hold the sheet metal down, the gun down, ease it down and hold it tight. There we go. That one's on. I'll go ahead and drill this other one. This little beam that I'm putting it on, like the support beam, it's a little harder to drill out, but you know when you get it. I'll make sure I'm gonna go down just a little bit from where, well, I gotta mark it. I'm gonna go, this one I don't really like where it's at, but I might go down just a tad bit where I've marked. Alright, that should be good enough. And get this ready, drilled hole. Again. Well, at least it didn't go in the metal this time. That metal is freaking hard on that. Alright, this piece right here. Alright, so now I gotta find bits. So let's see. Alright, I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna find this drill bit right here. Hopefully I got one. Okay, I switched out the bit again, switched out the rivets again. We're going to a bigger rivet this time, a bigger drill bit, and hopefully this will work. Okay, we're in on that one. Go ahead and get this rivet ready. Hopefully it will go in. Alright. Might need a bigger hole. Let me try another rivet here. Maybe I got the wrong size. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and shoot these other two. I drilled the holes, pre-drilled them. And I don't like it because they're a little bigger, but it's what it is. That one ain't one to cut. Alright, I'm going to try to get them to pop now. I don't know if they're going to. They're better. Alright, this one feels a lot better. Alright. Get this second one. There we go. Alright, that's done. That's the first part. Sorry it was probably tedious and boring and I struggled through it, but got 2 broken drill bits and now I gotta go to Lowe's and buy some new ones because I didn't have any for that. That's why I had to rotate and switch them around. Alright, pick it up and continue. Alright, this has been several hours later. I had to go to Lowe's and get some more bits because I broke them all. But I'm gonna go ahead and fill this in. I taped up some more on the sides so I can build this up more and shave it and trim it the way I want it, because it's still got some sheet metal exposed right there. So, but I still want to get this formed as much as I can down in these pockets in there and down in here and possibly the bottom. But I think I'm going to wait on the bottom to do the top. But if I do the top, or if I press this down on the top and then I shoot right here and it comes through, it might screw me. But I don't know. I got some tape in there that might hold. But all this is going to come back off after I spray these sides and it dries and I trim them down a little more. But alright, we'll get this going, and I might even shoot up here some. I don't know. I just don't want to have to clean up a lot. So if I do that, it's going to be like a squirt. Alright, we'll get going to the next section. I'll spray it, and then I'll go back and show it. Then I'll show it again after it foams up. Alright. Alright, here's what we got. I know it looks a little messy right now, but it will get cleaned up. I basically wanted to fill this in. I wasn't going to do it, but I wanted to fill this in just so when I put that secondary plate on, it won't squish any of the foam towards the skull. So yeah, we'll get this cleaned up. All this is gonna get bondoed anyway, so the bottom will. I'm trying to hopefully contour it. It's gonna have different sides probably, but it's gonna be smoothed over and all that. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so I opened the foam up, made it bigger right here. Same thing with this, made it bigger right there, just to kind of give the support and thickness. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to bondo over that, but I'm going to try. We'll see. We got to let it get hard, cut it, shape it, and then we'll go from there. So I'm hoping people like this and get interested with it. But yeah, I had to take some of the tape off because I put some of this tape down here, and I was scared this was going to go over it, and then I wouldn't be able to get the tape off because I want to leave as much of this as I possibly can. So I had a mess right here too. So that's from where I was scraping some of this off up here, some of it off up there, because I don't want it to foam over onto my bondo section, and that's why I kind of taped it off up here, because this is going to be showing up here versus up here it's not really going to be showing. Over here it will, but I'll clean all that up. And then I got another back section, so hopefully I can get this on here and then find a light if I'm going to do a light. I'm not 100% sure on if I'm going to do a light yet, which I'm giving some space back here to mount either a battery box or something like that. It's not much space, but it's just for the light. So yeah, let's continue on, I guess, and wait for the next step. We'll wait for this to dry, and then we'll continue on. Alright, kind of changed the plan. I probably won't put a battery box right here because I put some more foam. Yeah, my hands are dirty. I'm going to end up, next time I'll wear gloves, but I'm going to end up contouring this and shaving it. That way I can bondo this whole piece right here and all the way around into the back side. That way I can take up a little bit more space, you know, and make it look a little different. And then I'm obviously going to contour all this. And then I got to flip it around to do this back side of the center support. So, yeah, so that's all going to be bondoed and all that, and then this right here, and we'll see how it gets going. But worst comes to worst, I can rip all this out and just leave it empty, but I'm gonna try to get it going. And I left this hole for my chain guard because obviously all this foam isn't staying. It's gonna get cut down dramatically, and there'll be enough space for this, but I just want to kind of contour this while I can right now. And everything's sealed, so it shouldn't push through when we put the top support on. Once I cut this stuff away, we'll have to look again, but it should be pretty good. Alright, we'll continue on. Alright, here it goes. I believe it's going to work. You can see this side now. I'm filling it in all the way around. I'll be able to cut that off. I got a little bit on here, but I think I can remove that. And then the bottom, I'm going to wait till I get the other piece. I mean, it's on there. But, yeah, I'm going to get that other piece and fill this in a little bit more. And once I get that, I'm going to have to cut it before I put that other piece on, some of it. At least this side to get it flush. Once I get it flush, then I'll start cleaning up the inside of it. And then I'll start scoping this back side. It's still kind of wet and tacky. But I'm going to round this off to make it look like one piece in the back here. And then we'll see how we get going. And I'm not completely finished with the tank yet. I still got quite a bit to do. But I didn't want to get too far and get it perfect until I get this middle section in case of any bondo or anything gets on the tank, so I can still clean it. And it wasn't perfect, you know. I got it down as much as I could to where it looked somewhat nicer, but it's still got a lot more work to do on the tank. But I wanted to get this done before I got the tank completed to where I really like it. That way I don't mess it up. So we're gonna keep letting this go and keep letting it go, and yeah, it's starting to look really good. I got it just hanging on the bike stand now because my table, it got kind of messy, and I didn't want to get nothing on that bike in the background. There'll be some videos coming up on that pretty soon. I'm just waiting on some stuff. And that was a surprise, but I don't think I'm going to post this video quite yet. I think that gold bike's going to get posted up before this, definitely. This has got a lot more. I only got the Continental kit to do on that, and then that. So this will be a little bit of a later video. It's going to be more of my longer videos, obviously, because you guys are watching now. So I'll let this go, and we'll let it dry, and then I'll come back out, and we'll hit it up again. Alright, I got it as flat as I could. Obviously, you can see I spray painted it flat black Rust-Oleum ×2 or whatever, so it's going to be flat. And then I also painted that. That's just for the inside, so you won't see. You can see through it, but you won't see, hopefully, the imperfections of the spray foam here. I painted all that black in the inside along with this, so when it goes on, hopefully it'll just be black in there. So when I kick that light on, it'll look kind of, you'll just see hopefully the thing, the skull itself, and the see-through. Yeah, I'm gonna try to search for a light to go in this. I just don't know what light yet. I want it definitely. I also covered all this up because I didn't want to get any black paint on any of this, even though it's Bondo, it's gonna get. I just didn't want to make it look and make myself do any more work than I have to do. So it's getting along. I shaved it a little bit. I'm gonna shave it some more on the sides and up here and up there and up here once I get the other piece on. But right now we're waiting for the paint to dry, the rest of this foam to dry real good. And then I did go to Lowe's and get some more drill bits and some rivets and stuff like that. I'm hoping I didn't drop them because I had them up here. No, maybe I put them in the bag over here. Yeah, I think I put them in the bag because I was going to spray paint. Yeah, went ahead and put them in. I got some nice drills now, so I won't have to worry about that. All the way I'm going to mark it. And then if you're wondering how I've been cutting it, same way if I did this tank, I just use this little knife right here and cut around it, shape it. Once you shape it, you can get your Bondo and stuff on it. It'll harden up pretty good. This right here is pretty much Bondo, and it doesn't flex at all. I mean, yeah, it's Bondo, but it's the foam. There's no metal insert right here, and I mean, it's hard, so it's good. Once I shape this up to a shape that I desire, that I like, then I'll go ahead and get ready to get it bondoed and all that. But as of right now, like I said, the paint's drying. Hope you all are liking this project. It's coming along good. I gotta go search for a light, so I'm gonna go in the house and get out of this hot ass garage. And as I was doing this, I'm cleaning this frame off right here. So yeah, this is gonna be another project. Got the gold Lowrider over there covered up. Make sure nothing gets on it. So yeah, got the high rider over there. And then I am going to be working on that here pretty quick. I'm at least going to get the tank done and all that, so you guys can tune in on one of those videos probably in the next month or so, because I kind of try to get all my stuff around pretty good. And that paint on this bike was something else. You guys ain't going to see a video on that just because I've stripped them before like that in the 2 other videos, so you guys kind of know how I do that. So that bike's going to be more like off the channel type stuff, but I will get some videos in and out of if I do something unique with it. Like I've got a set of tanks that I'm gonna put on that came with it. You'll see that, and it's gonna be this is a 24-inch. First time it was a 24-inch. Didn't really know it was a 24 when I bought it. I just kind of grabbed it. I got it with a bunch of bikes, and this is one that I really liked out of it. And then when I got it to my next to my 26s, I was like, man, that bike's smaller than a 26, but it's bigger than a 20. So yeah, it's 24. So that limits me on some of the parts, like as in rims. I was wanting some 144 gold spoke rims for this 24, but yeah, they're just not out there. At least I couldn't find them. So I'm probably just going to do some chrome, do some old school, maybe 72 spoke, something like that. Do more like a chopper look. I don't know yet. We'll get back to that. Just some filler information to get you going outside of this project. I need it to get my time or my mind off of this and on that, just to kind of think about this one a little more. I know that's kind of weird, but that's just how I do. Alrighty, we'll continue on. Alright, we're getting ready to drill the other side here, the other sugar stall on. That's the big part. We worked all this hard just to get this on here. So I got my markers. I'm going to I got my punch indicator where I'm going to put the hole, and then I got to find my hammer. I see it. I'll go up and get it. Alright, here's the hammer I'm going to use. It's a rubber ball peen hammer. Alright, now I'm going to lift this up just to try to indicate where the rivets were on the other side. So it's about right there. So let me kind of mark the area, make sure it's still lined up really good. I've been checking with this. It's just a rod that I got to make sure the smaller holes are lined up. Make sure it's kind of straight. Kind of like that operation game. Alright, that looks good right there. Let's go ahead and try to mark this thing. Probably put one right there, and then one right up in here. And then I don't remember if I did one on the bottom or one on the top. Probably two. Probably somewhere in here. I'll have to look. Go ahead and flip this around again. Want to get it right. Alright, so it's on the each almost the bottom of the draw line by the cheek. So right up in here somewhere. Sorry I got interrupted. She wanted to know if I wanted a box. I've been using them a lot. Alright. So I'm going to try to attempt right here because I can't see the frame at all. So it's going to be a blind shot. And I'm going to be upset if I miss it. So right about there. Right about here. You can try there. I might be able to go over a little more, but I don't know yet. And about the bottom of that draw one. Well, I did that one. I did the opposite of that one. So we're up by about right about here. Man, I hope we hit it. Alright. I can't see it at all, that's why I'm nervous about that one. So I'm going to go ahead and do these bottom ones first, I guess. We're gonna hit the top. We'll do the top because that's all foam and I'm not gonna be able to hit it. I'm not gonna be able to mark it. So if I mark these ones and get them in, then the bottom one, as long as I can hit the metal of the tube, it ain't gonna matter too much. Yeah, you can hear how it's hitting. Alright, got the drill ready. Let's check the alignment one last time. Last time. Alright, here we go. Here's nothing. All or nothing. Popped up on me, like that. I hit the, I have to like, when that popped up. Let's check these lines again. I'm gonna line up down there, so when that popped up, it made me kind of. Well, it is what it is now. So it looks aligned to me, but this motherfucking shit. Sorry, it broke again. All right, that one was something to get that out. I had to get a pick and then move it around. It's in the bar, unfortunately, but hey, it's not in my hole anymore, so we'll continue on. And I'm gonna have to possibly swap out my drill bit. I don't want that to happen again. Clean out that hole some more. All right, I'm gonna line this back up again, and we'll get this rivet shot before we get it really off the line. All right. Go ahead. I think this is one of the rivets right here. Maybe, no, that's a big one. Put that back. I'm using a 4.0, which I don't know what that actually technically is. That one. That one's too loose. Alright, those ones are. I'm gonna get a couple more of those. And we'll be ready. I think this is one right here. Alright, I'm gonna hold this down. Get it in the gun. Come on. That one that popped. Man. Fault tire rivet. I got to drill this bastard out. The one thing out there though, didn't want to pop right. So I got to take it back off. Alright, I'm going to pause until I get this right. Alright, we're going to try to rivet this. I had to do a bunch of crap just to get it to this point now. Alright, hopefully this will go. That last rivet didn't shoot right, so I had to drill it back off the plate to get it to pop, to get this one back on. Hopefully it's not something that's going to happen again. It didn't pop, so yeah, it happened again. Pop that time. Alright. Might look kind of crappy, but there's ways you can fix that. And yeah, I didn't fix it. So I think I'm going to have to use a deeper rivet. I think I got some, so I'll have to change my bit, and I'll have to drill this out again. So this is what it is. Alright, you guys seen how much trouble I've got going on. So I've got some longer rivets now. Thank God I bought these at Harbor Freight the other day. They're like, I don't even remember. They're under probably 12 bucks. But they got some longer ones in here. that are a little longer than the ones I were using. I'll show you the ones. These are pretty much the ones that came with my rivet gun, and they're a little shorter. So I'll show you how much shorter I'm talking about. This is a fatter one that I got, but there's the length of the neck, so you can see. So I need that to get past the foam and all that. So we'll couple out here, and I swapped, and I fortunately have the bit for these. It's not the one that broke, so we'll get at that. And the one that broke was the only one that came in that one pack, so I kind of got screwed on that. All right, hopefully this will work. Man, it's not wanting to pop. I don't know why. There we go. Had a pump and pump. Alright, that one did. Alright. It looks pretty good lined up, so we'll go to the second hole. Grab the drill. Hopefully we're on. I'm gonna go kind of slow on this one. I think it does it when I hit the frame itself. This frame's really hard. Alright, again, we'll spin around a few more times. Get it out. Can't see if it went in the frame or not. It's a blind shot. Same thing the other ones are going to be. I'll know after I shoot the rivet. Alright, here's the rivet. Get in there. It's in there. This one should shoot a little bit better than this one did, because this original one, I'm going to try to move my table here. Can't really move the camera. This original one went in a hole that was bigger than it was intended for, but it still went in there. So this next one's going to look a little cleaner. But I'll just put a little Bondo over that anyways, the rivets. Alright, so let's get this in, try to get it flat. Make sure it's pressed down as much as it can go. Same deal, I'm going to have to pump and pump. There we went. Alright. And I'll get this bottom half. This is the one I'm a little leery about. I'm going to have to mark this. It was hard to mark because of the foam behind it. It's not giving any structure to mark it, like with just have to get another one. We'll get a bigger one. Maybe I get more pounding on it. A bigger spot. All this is a transfer punch, and a lot of times I'll use them, and it will make it a little bit easier for the drill to follow the hole. All right, we're definitely on the frame. Alright, there we go. Clean it up a little bit. Alright, now let's hope this rivet will go down in there far enough. If not, I'm going to be squishing the shit out of it. Let's see here. Man, hope it took. It didn't take, so I'm pretty much screwed on this now. So I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. Here we go. I guess drill this rivet out, and then we're either gonna have to slant this down a little bit so this can get down into that frame, or have to figure out something. Alright, so now you guys get to see how the rivet's drilled out. I've been doing them all day, why not another one? There it went. That's how easy it is to drill a rivet out. So let me go back and see what I'm going to do with this foam to shrink it down a little bit to get to the metal. I may have another longer rivet, but I'll have to look. Let me just look. Yeah, I do. I got some longer ones. So let's attempt this. This one's even longer. And it looks like it's about the same size, yeah. I might have to hammer it down just a little bit around to get it down into the hole. Yeah. Alright, let's do it. Yeah. Stab myself. Alright, I'm gonna pause it just so I can get this stuff together so we're not a 3-hour video. Okay, looks like that longer rivet's gonna work. It needed some finessing to get down in there. It might not be exactly straight, but we'll see what it's gonna do. Alright, yeah, it's good. It's in there. It bent the sheet metal a little bit, but the Bondo and all that will probably straighten it out. Now we get to this next hole. I just gotta remember to grab that longer rivet. Hang on. And I'll show you how much longer that rivet was. So you're gonna need to do some longer rivets if you're gonna do the any kind of metal sheet like this, if you're gonna have an extra foam. Alright, there's the size of the rivet that I went to. This is what I was at. So I'm at a lot longer rivet, almost twice the size. But if you get this packed at Harbor Freight, you'll probably be pretty good. Alright, let's go ahead and drill this next section. I don't know if I hit frame. I don't think I did. Might have to find another spot. Probably right here. It'll be alright. I can cover that hole up with some Bondo. God dang, I don't think I hit frame on that either. No, it ain't moving. I'm a little upset that I didn't hit the frame. Let me look at this other side. I went down a little bit more on the other side. But I should have looked. I'm right about. Right about there. Let's mark. Big spot right there. Let's try one more time after this. If it don't go, then it just ain't meant to be. Ah, God dang it. There it goes again. I got another one of these though, so that's the good part. Alright, like I said, as soon as I get through that sheet metal and get through that, I hit that with the freaking drill bit, it goes out. At least I know I got the frame that time. I don't know if that's, yeah, it feels like the right hole. Alright. Alright, here we go. Rolling load. I think it went in, but I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. I see some covering up I'm going to have to do. I might not be able to get to. I think I'm just going to put a rivet in there and see what happens. It went into something, I felt it. Now, Alright, it's in. Now I still got some cleanup. And what do I mean? I still got some areas that might need some foam. I could probably just go over with Bondo and it wouldn't matter. But there's a area on this side. I thought I seen one. Yeah, right here. That needs a little bit of a foam. And I'm nervous to do it now because I can't get behind it. So I'm gonna show y'all a process I've been doing, and it's been working to get it together. Now, let me clean this up and then I'll show you the process. All right, here's the process I was doing. I just kind of put some over on the side, about where I want it, as long as it comes out. And it's not really wanting to come out, so I'm gonna pop this off. It's probably gonna shoot out. You know? Let me clean this up a little bit more. Alright, I think it's cleaned up enough. Maybe, we'll see. Alright, like that. Just a little bit. I'll grab a piece of cardboard, something like that, or something that you can wipe it with, kind of like Bondo. I'll just kind of pack it in there where I need it. Just kind of dab it in that area, and you can kind of like rub this stuff, almost like seal it. That's just to make the process with the Bondo go a little easier. Alright, that was the area I was a little concerned about. So then now there's a little void right here too. I still gotta cut some of this up though, like trim it and all that. I just want to get the pockets that are around the skull a little better. I don't want to blow this in there and then it defeats the whole reason I did all of this. Could get some gloves on and do it a little better, but don't do this with your hand, with your bare hands. I made that mistake. This stuff takes forever to get off. Alright. It's gonna blow up a little bit too. I'm just trying to seal it right now. That way when I go over with this foam a little more, I don't gotta worry about this stuff going in there. And I'll probably cover this front up with tape. Alright, now see if I see any more over here. This section right here looks a little. Like I said, honestly, you might not have to do this with the Bondo, because you're going to Bondo over this anyways. At least these corners, I know I am. Alright, that's in there. Now I am going to try to clean up a little bit of this skull before it dries, and make your life easier. Alright, we're getting there. Alright, we got both sides on now. I feel pretty good about myself. I got it on my hands. Motherfucker. Alright, we're gonna leave it at that. I'll clean the rest of this stuff up when I get the chance. But yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Don't know exactly. I'll probably end up painting something in this area. I plan on, like I said, bondoing the whole thing and trimming some of it. But we'll have to see what we're gonna do. We might end up trimming all this over, but I honestly don't know because I want to leave structure stuff, like more structure. And I gotta pull some of this off, trim some of this off. I don't know what I did to that little saw. Well, we'll let this dry a little bit before I keep messing with it. We'll continue on. Alright, this is the last section of this part. The next section will be the Bondo, and I need to clean up a little bit of this stuff before, well, not necessarily before the Bondo, but I'm going to tape all this off before I start the Bondo. And then, yeah, so I've cut it the way I want it. I kind of contoured it back here. Had it come up a little bit right there. It'll look different once you Bondo it. And then up here, I'm going to probably fill quite a bit of Bondo. I might put some more of this foam in there. I don't know yet. Up the top. And the side. Kind of trim that to where it leaves this open. Alright. Hope y'all like it. And you can't see all the way through it. So, that was done good. That's what the whole object of doing the stuff around was for. And then I still gotta find that light. So, yep, this is the end of this video. Next part will be coming. And I hope y'all enjoyed it. Alright, well, this is Tennessee Lolo's. I hope everybody has a good evening, good night, good afternoon, good weekend, whatever day it is. And just hang in there and keep riding.